The other day, a friend asked me about the benefits of the carnivore diet, and I thought, why not share it with all of you as well, my amazing friends? Looking back, I wish I had known 10 years ago what I now know about nutrition and the life-changing benefits of a meat-based diet. It would have made an even greater impact to my health and that of my clients. By sharing this with you, I really hope you'll understand why I'm so passionate about this way of eating and why I've dedicated this channel to promoting it. Also, as I celebrated my 50th birthday last week, I found myself asking, how can I make a real difference for my audience here on YouTube? That's when I decided to share the nutrition lessons I wish I had known earlier. But they wouldn't be just lessons, there would be more nutrition myth-busted or nutrition bombshells. I should point out that I've always been passionate about nutrition, and I have formal training in nutrition, having completed a 3-year diploma in naturopathic nutritional therapy. I've also been a registered nutritional therapist here in the UK for the past 9 years. But don't worry, this is still a cooking channel. I believe that while understanding nutrition is a big part of the journey, knowing how to apply it is truly what matters. So starting next week, I'll aim to post 2 videos a week. On Tuesday, I'll cover a nutrition topic in my Nutrition Demystified series. And on Fridays, I'll share a meat-based recipe that's both delicious and nutritious. Now, let's get into today's topic. The turning point for me was understanding what bioavailability really means, especially when you're breaking down into numbers. You see, we've been told that when we eat food, our body breaks it down and absorbs the nutrients we need, discarding the rest as waste. And here you need to think pee and poo. But the reality is a bit more complicated than that. Actually, no, it's a lot more complex. Nutrition has been oversimplified for far too long, and it's time to return to understanding what it truly is. Bioavailability refers to how much of a nutrient our body can actually absorb and use from digested foods. Let's consider iron as an example. Iron is an essential mineral, and many people around the world are deficient in iron. In fact, iron deficiency remains one of the most common nutritional deficiencies globally. Around 25% of the world's population, that's about 1.6 million people, are affected by anemia, with half of those cases linked to iron deficiency. The symptoms of iron deficiency can be quite serious, ranging from fatigue and weakness to other health complications depending on the person's age. It's particularly prevalent among women and children under 5, making it an issue we should all be aware of. One of the main causes of iron deficiency is not getting enough iron in our diet. While it might seem like eating iron-rich foods would easily fix the problem, there is a lot more to it. Not all iron is created equal. There are 2 forms of iron. Hemi-iron, which comes from animal products, and non-hemi iron, found in plant-based foods. Many sources suggest that both types of irons, hemi and non-hemi, are essentially the same, but that's not the case. Our bodies absorb hemi iron, so from animal source, far more efficiently than non-hemi iron from plants. This means that even if a plant-based food is higher in iron, your body won't absorb as much of it as it would from an animal-based source. Here are some statistics on how various foods affect iron absorption. Non-hemi sources typically have an absorption rate between 2 and 10%, with some studies showing dried legumes have only 2% of iron absorbed, grains 4%, green leafy vegetable between 7 and 9%. In contrast, hemi sources like meats have an absorption rate between 15 and 35%. This means that when you consume a plant-based iron source, your body may only absorb between 2 and 10% of the iron, whereas with animal-based iron, absorption starts at 15% and can be as high as 35%. Let's look at a clear example using data from the Association of UK Dietitians. When we examine animal-based foods, we can see that liver pate has the highest iron content, followed closely by beef. On the plant-based side, sesame seeds and sunflower seeds rank at the top for iron content. You'll see on the table that spinach actually contains very little iron, and its reputation has been greatly exaggerated. Now let's calculate how much iron a 100-gram portion of each food would provide, applying the best absorption rates mentioned earlier. Liver pate, that's 5.9 milligram at 35%, is 2 milligram. Beef, as in rump steak, 3.6 milligram at 35%, that's 1.2 milligram. Sesame seeds, 10.4 milligram at 10% is 1 milligram. And finally, sunflower seeds, 6.4 milligram at 10% is 0.6 milligrams. As you can see from this example, even though the highest iron content comes from plant-based foods like sesame seeds, your body will absorb far less iron from them compared to animal-based foods, which may contain less iron but is much more bioavailable. It's also worth noting that while it's quite practical to consume 100 grams of beef on a daily basis, eating 100 grams of sesame seeds or other seeds might not be as easily digestible for everyone. In conclusion, it's not just about the amount of iron in a food, but how much your body can actually absorb. That's why I strongly advocate for choosing the foods with the most bioavailable nutrients. And in most cases, these come from animal-based sources. Also, let's keep in mind that iron isn't the only nutrient with bioavailability challenges. There are other key nutrients that often face similar issues, such as calcium, magnesium, zinc, vitamin B12, vitamin D, folate, also known as vitamin B9, omega-3 fatty acids, curcumin, which comes from turmeric, and polyphenols. In many cases, bioavailability can be enhanced by pairing these nutrients with specific foods. For example, in the case of iron, adding vitamin C during a meal can improve the absorption of non-heme iron, or by using more bioavailable supplement forms. If you'd like to learn more about improving the absorption of any of these nutrients, let me know in the comments. That's it for today, my friend. If you found this useful and want to see more nutrition myth busted, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next one. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. Also, I'm launching a newsletter, so check out the description to sign up. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!